Welcome to another session where I trade the Nasdaq 100 futures live. I'm happy you tuned in and look forward to making this a profitable afternoon. All right, welcome back everyone. Today is January 3rd, 2022, and I am live trading the Nasdaq 100 futures live. If you are new to this group, welcome. We're glad to have you. Make sure you like the video and subscribe. That's the only way you know when I come live. And we're going to be going over a bunch of stuff today. Facebook obviously is one of the themes that we're going to be going over. And we're going to be going over this COT report as well in just a little bit. A lot of activity that happened in the overnight session. Everything's pointing to the downside with the market being down 3%. This is unreal as a result of Facebook missing earnings and giving poor guidance. It's just ridiculous in my view, but it is what it is. And we're here together, and we're going to have some fun today, and hopefully we'll make some money trading the futures. So I'm just going to wait a little bit for a few more people to arrive, and then we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, so actually, let's just go ahead and get started right now because the market is still selling off. We're down 450 points. Wow. Okay, so first things first, here with the COT report, well, it's really the daily chart. I call it the COT report because I've got the COT net position report on here. During yesterday's live session, and if you haven't seen it, go back and watch the replay, or you can pull up this chart from the Discord group. I posted it on there. So here's what happened yesterday, guys. This filter here had kinked to the side, and it was right here at the very, very, very top of the market yesterday. And I had said in live session, if we get a kink to the downside past the zero line, expect the market to sell off. And the market may either sell off, go sideways, or retest the support at 410. And that's exactly what we're seeing happen right now. And the reason I know that is because the prior time it did that over here, the same thing happened. Right here as well. Same thing happened. We were right here at the high. If you notice where that bar is, right on top of my chart right there, all of a sudden, boom, it kinked, and the market sold off the very next day. Then it traded sideways for several days. Guys, this filter is extremely accurate at pinpointing the type of reversal that you are watching right now. So now we have headlines just now on Bloomberg that the U.S. military kills ISIS leader in Syria. So we'll see if the market responds to that right now, but that's just flashing on my Bloomberg screen as I speak. Okay, so what happened? Facebook came out. They missed earnings. They guided to the downside, and the market just didn't like that. This ended up crossing here to the downside. Market ended up selling off. So now we're going to see if we're going to test the 410 level right here and perhaps make a bounce off this level and a recovery effort to the upside right there. The long-term filter right here is to the upside. So is this right here. However, institutional flow is not going back into the Nasdaq 100 right now. It's represented by this blue line. Okay, institutional flow is not going back in there. So if you're just joining the group, guys, right now, we're talking about what happened in the daily chart with the filter right here kinking down and the market selling off. Perfectly caught this yesterday, and I called it out before it happened, and I made you guys aware that if this filter crossed the zero line, that the market would sell off. So it's no surprise it crossed and the market sold off and Facebook tanked. All right, so what's new? Let's go here to the overnight. The overnight right now flagged a bunch of trades since about 2:45 in the morning. Market has been extremely cyclic. This is what this is telling us right here since the overnight session. Very cyclic market that we're in right now. The other overnight experiments that I have flagged longs to the upside. So in some weird way, these are expecting some type of recovery. My ES experiment, and remember guys, these are experimental setups that I have that I've been working on for a couple weeks, but they're really good at capturing overnight directional bias that ends up playing out throughout the course of the of the market day. So on the ES, this has caught the trade perfectly throughout the overnight session as well as the day session right here. So that's performed exceedingly well. And as far as trades are concerned right here, the 4 standard algos that I have right here, this has caught the trade perfectly both to the upside and downside. This as well had a little loser right here. This has caught the trade both to the upside and downside. It's got a signal to go long right here, another signal to go long right there. I guess this is the rebound that a lot of people are waiting for right there. This has not closed off on the short side of the trade. So that's what I have, and we'll be coming back to these again as I bounce around from workspace to workspace throughout the day. And as far as the AI driven algos that I have here on my screen, AI strategy 1 right here caught that upside and the downside right here relatively well. So this will close once the yellow filter crosses the 0 line plus 1 bar. And this also caught the movement both to the downside and upside, and again to the downside as well. These are carbon copies of each other. The only difference is the session time, and they're being tested in tandem so I can figure out which one I'm going to keep in about a week's time. So AI strategy number 3 over here, fire to short, fire to long. It's had a huge drawdown right here, which I'm not impressed. I'm actually testing 2 separate set of settings on these because yesterday after watching the Facebook earnings announcement, I said, well, let me see how this all factors into how it's going to play out. So I'm watching this closely, but I've also got a second set of settings here with the same algorithm. That's got a different entry signal right here. So I'll be watching that closely as well as the day develops. So as far as where we're at, guys, I mean, look at this. The market completely sold off. We hit support right around 628, and it's just bouncing back right here. But we've got a long way to go if it does end up rebounding to the upside to about 14.8. That's what I'm showing right there. So that's the overview of the 36,000 foot overview of what's going on right now in the markets. And we'll stay tuned because there's a lot of stuff happening today with Russia claiming that the U.S. is igniting tensions. You got Facebook, you've got a flight to safety in long-term bonds, which is kind of adding salt to the wound. And so you've got a lot of really interesting things shaping up today in the market, and we are in a very volatile session today, so I'll be taking extreme caution in any trades I put on. So there we go, guys. We're back together again on another fabulous snowy afternoon trading the Nasdaq 100s. All right. I'll just keep these here because these are the live algos and the live AI driven algos, and you guys may want to see what trades these have taken, and from what you can see on the screen, that's where we're at with that. Okay, so I'm not going to speak a lot today unless I've got something important to say, just simply because my voice is thinning out and I'd like to preserve it for the important aspects of the trading session today. So we'll see right now in about 15 minutes we get bar change, where the strategies take us, okay, especially this one right here. Very nice, John. Very, 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 very nice. There's really only been one trade today, and that's been short. You could have just gone short and been short all morning and done well. All right, I'm going to keep this here on the 3-window view. And you know what? Let me check what's happening here in the 5-minute. It's in consolidation, so I'm going to keep it here actually for another minute before bar change. So a couple of them do. I'll show you right now as soon as we get the bar change. Let me just go back over here, and I need to make sure that we don't get any exit signals right now, but I'll come back to your question. All right, we just got bar change right now, and we have no new signals on any of this right now. We did get a signal on this one, and I'm testing out the I'm actually testing out the what do you call it, the signals on this one versus this one. Same strategy, just different set of signals on these. So yeah, this gave me a short. That's interesting. Interesting. All right, cool. All right, and nothing. Nothing here. Okay, so to answer your question, yes. In the overnight workspace, I have this one particular algo that actually captures the relationship between price, volatility, and a few other components, and gives you a very good reading as far as the directional bias in the day. Normally the trades here are long, as far as not as cyclic as you see right here, so they're longer term trades. But what you're seeing here is that in the overnight, the algo caught a lot of cyclic movement in the underlying instrument right here, as you can tell, up down all night. This other algo right here, which is a longer term filter, caught a long signal right at 9 a.m. in the morning, and this is completely programmed different than this. This is actually being experimented on right now. So is this one right here, and so is this one right here on the ES. The ES algo, which I've been working on for a few weeks already, caught the overnight trade absolutely perfect, and it's still short on the current intraday bars right now. So I'm not up at 2:30, 3 in the morning trading these, but it gives you two good pieces of information. One, what type of market are you likely to have in the intraday session, whether it's going to be a longer-term cyclic type market, or if it's going to be a short cyclic type market. And this is telling you here that you're going to have a very short cyclic type market in the intraday session. That's what that's telling you right there. So it kind of points to the bias of the market and how market participants are looking at this when it picks it up way in the early wee hours of the morning. It kind of tracks it right there, gives you a very good sense of where the market's going to be trading at for the day and how it's going to be trading as well. So yeah, I've got one here, I've got two experimentals here, and this is also an experimental that I've been tweaking every night. And then you've got this one right here as well that fired a short signal just a little while ago. So yeah, that's what I have as far as overnights, and that's how these algos work. Now the overnights, if you go to the Discord group, have been highly precise and accurate at determining the overall intraday bias in the market. And I've been posting screenshots of these on the Discord group that you can reference and see for yourself for the last couple of weeks. I hope that answered the question. All right, so we're still in consolidation right now, and consolidation means that the market is going sideways right now, as represented by these white bars. Yesterday, the market did go sideways for a considerable period of time right here. Okay, market went sideways from about 1:15 in the afternoon all this way till about almost the close of the market. Kind of went up a little bit right there, but this was just a little small pop, and then it just continued going in sideways chop before the Facebook announcement, where the market just completely cratered right there. So we have another area of consolidation right here as well. And these are very important areas to keep you out of trades that are going to chop you up in pieces and and spit you out. So whenever the market's in consolidation, you got to take note of that, and you have to be very cautious in any trades that you are hoping to take while the market's in this sideways pattern. And that's the reason why this indicator was created by me, to keep you out of bad trades. And that's the reason we're watching it right now, because the market right now is at the 50% level of consolidation. It's just going to go up and down until it breaks out in one direction or another. Yeah, yesterday was a very stomach-turning afternoon. It was one of those afternoons where, you wanted to get some directional confirmation, and it was just a complete roller coaster. It's one of those afternoons that I just despise trading, and I ended up getting out of the trade early, right before that little run-up late afternoon, just simply because I was just tired of being in that oscillatory chop. But we're in it. The market's in that situation again, right there. Look at that. So for you guys who are tuning in and are new to the group, welcome. We are trading the Nasdaq 100 futures live. If you do like this type of trading and it's something that actually piques your interest, I come live every day, 12:30 Eastern time to 3:30 in the afternoon. Please do like the video. It shows your support for the channel. And also subscribe. That's the only way you're going to find out whenever I come live. Right now, we are looking at a chart of the 5-minute in consolidation mode. That means the market's going sideways based on these white candles that you see here. And when that happens, you've got to be very, very careful, because these are areas where you will absolutely get chopped up and spit out, and it's not a fun place to be if you are looking to take a directional trade, which is why we have this chart up right now for the moment while the market continues to trade sideways. Yeah, the market today has a very aggressive downward bias, primarily because of the Facebook announcement, which I think is absolutely ridiculous, but it shows you how fickle and cautious investors are being right now in this market. I mean, Spotify came out with bad news, bad earnings. So did Facebook, and everybody just freaked out over that. And I think personally, I think it's ridiculous, but that's my opinion. Now, if you guys who are just joining now didn't catch what I said earlier about the daily intraday chart, not daily, intraday, the daily chart. Yeah, sorry. Yesterday, when we were looking at the daily during the live stream, I had pointed out to you guys that if this filter right here crossed below the zero line, that we'd have a sell-off in the market. And sure enough, it crossed below the zero line. We had a sell-off in the market. This filter is extremely accurate in capturing any type of short-term fluctuations in the market, in the same way that it did here when it actually kinked to the downside. The very next bar, the very next bar, once it crossed the zero line, market sold off, and then it went sideways for several days. Now, right now, we're trading at 650, and it looks like we may test that 410 support that we've got right here. Okay, very likely that we will see a test of that level right there. And if you guys know, this chart has been extremely accurate at pinpointing both the tops and the bottoms, not only by way of confirmation through the filters I've got here, but also by way of the actual algo pinpointing the beginning and ending of these long trends that we've seen in the Nasdaq 100. So keep an eye for the 410 level. It's something you may want to make a note and paste on your screen. And I'll be posting copies of this on the Discord group so you guys can further analyze this a little closer and kind of see how all this interrelates to each other. So and we are still in consolidation right here, guys. Absolutely flat, just going sideways. If you guys are trading today, just be very, very cautious. Can't stress that enough. I do not like getting emails that you guys lost money because you took a trade at some forum elsewhere, and then you guys are emailing me telling me, what do I do? Be cautious, guys. I'm sharing these tools so you can make better and more informed trading decisions, and and hopefully this helps anybody out there who's watching keep you out of bad trades, especially when we're in consolidation right here. Not a good place to take a trade right there. So we have 4 minutes to bar change. I'm still seeing a lot of bias to the downside on this right now on a separate screen that I've got other studies on. Doesn't look like this selling is going to let up, guys, today. It's Gonna end up being a nasty afternoon. So let me go through this real quick. Trade has not closed on this. Wow, very nice. This trade's still open there to the downside. Yeah, it's just bouncing around right there at that support on the range bars. And this trade to the downside on this AI-driven algo is about to close in 2 more bars. I suspect once it crosses plus 1 more, that'll be done. Same with this one right here. And wow, that's going down. It's really interesting to see this play out. I've been working on this, as I said, for a few weeks. But this is the ES right here. I do not trade the ES. I'll just put that out there. I do not trade it. But I am experimenting using the overnight algo for directional bias confirmation on the ES. And maybe that'll lead to something. I don't know. I'm just kicking the can down the road, just playing around with this now. But it did flag. I mean, look, you can see all the trades it's flagged since 2:30 in the morning right there. So we're back here because the market is still at that 50% level, has not moved at all.
So guys, update is we don't have any changes yet, so everything is still looking the same. I'll let you guys know as soon anything happens, okay? Now I'm looking here the BX, looking for the exit on this long. I'll let you guys know.
I've also got another algo right above me that just fired off a long signal, but that's just for kicks and grins. Right there. There you go. Boom. Caught that trade perfectly right there. One bad one, one good one. Boom. It's telling you to go long. So,
and by the way, I'll be back. I'm gonna get
we are
some
still in
lunch,
consolidation.
and I'll be right back. Okay, in about 15 minutes.
All right, we just got bar change right now, guys. It's 1 p.m. in the afternoon, and my long-term chart on the opposite screen also is pointing to further continued downside on this instrument here. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. Just put this here. We're going to get an exit bar, an exit candle, sorry, exit signal. My head's just all over the place. I must have drank too much coffee today. We're going to get an exit on these in the next 15 minutes. That'll be the end right here for this strategy right here, for this downside right there. Okay? Just so you guys know. And so, welcome back. Welcome back, my friend. Spend one trade today down to the short side. That's it. And we're in your favorite zone as well. And so, we're in consolidation. All right, we just got bar change, so let me just go over this. No change here whatsoever to the downside. This signal right here is probably going to be a scratch. This one right here is about to end as soon as the red trace crosses the zero line plus one bar to the downside. You got a scratch here plus a short signal as well to the downside. And I'm hesitant to take any of those trades. I'll tell you why. Because we are about to get a closure of this strategy right here in the next 10 minutes. So that would be that would mark the end to the downside on these two AI-driven algorithms. And whenever I see conflicting signals like that, I'd rather go with the AI-driven algorithms than the standard algorithms in my decision-making process. All right, guys, I'm going to step out for just 3 minutes. I'll be right back. I just need to get some coffee to clear my throat. Alrighty guys, I'm back. Is that because of latency issues, or are you just not hitting the targets you want for your exits? Okay, let's put it back here, guys. We are still in that channel. We've been sideways, absolute sideways, for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bars, 50 minutes of sideways nothing. When the market's down by this much, guys, you need to be extremely cautious in taking any upside trades unless you have very good support for that type of movement in your higher time frame charts. I mean, we're down almost 500 points. So there would have to be something spectacular to tell you, hey, you know what, take upside on this. It might just be a close on the reversal. We've seen this happen towards the close of the session, where the market just, gets all happy and decides to run up, right? But you have to just be very careful. Just may be a bunch of short covering as well from hedge funds who are looking to cover, the sell the news scenario that we're seeing right now, which is basically what happened with Facebook and Spotify's earnings. People just sold the news. And it may lead to short covering a little bit later on this afternoon, so you got to keep your eyes out open for that. We're going to get bar change in about 3 minutes, okay? And we're going to be going over everything again. But the overnight has not gotten you out of that short signal either. But it may close on this next bar. So 3 more minutes. I'll just put it, where am I at? Right here. Because you're going to get an exit signal from that short right now on these two. If you guys are new to the group, please hit the like button and subscribe. That's the only way to find out when I come live. And it also shows your support for the channel. All these charts, as far as which ones perform best, are posted on the Discord group, and the Discord group is pinned way up on top. make sure to subscribe to that group. It's free, and you'll get access to all these charts after the market closes. Do you have automation turned on? Are you trading with automation on, or are you manually executing your trades? All right, we got 30 seconds. Yeah, well, today's been one of those scenarios where the market just went crazy over Facebook and Spotify and a few other things that I read about in my morning brief. It's just ridiculous, in my opinion. All right, guys, so we got a buy signal right now on this. Right here, we just got bar change. So let's take a peek. Still in consolidation, right there. We had an early signal on this bad boy right here, but this is going to fizzle out. And if you guys know anything about the strategies I've created here, this has a short amplitude setting on it that captures very short-term fluctuations in the cycle in the market. So this is going to be designed completely different than all of these right here. And you have to know exactly what the amplitude swings are in these so you can understand exactly how to trade them if you're looking at any one of these, right? So this fired off a short signal right here. This is still short to the downside right here, and I still see short on my screen on the longer time frame. So I'm being very precautious today, more than usual, just simply because at these elevated levels that we're in right now, you know, it warrants a lot of caution on your part as a trader. So we got a closure of the signal as well right here. Look at this. That short right there, boom, caught it, closed the trade right there. We've got two more, one there, one there. Nothing here with that today. And my other experimental set of settings that I used. Remember, guys, I'm just going to reemphasize because some of you guys weren't here when I first opened. The settings today, and this doesn't happen every day, but it did happen last night. I changed the settings here versus the settings right here. Okay, these are the same strategies. I'm just experimenting with one set of settings versus another, just testing a couple of things that are under the hood. So I'm not really giving a lot of credence to this today. I'm just kind of looking at it going, okay, cool. That's really it. Then I've got long on these, and these are also experimental. But what's happening here? Look, the ES. The ES actually did give me a buy signal to the upside right there. Look at that. Very interesting. And this is something else that I'm just tinkering with there. Very interesting. Very interesting. A long position from yesterday. Wow. Wow. This is an experimental chart, guys, right here. And because I haven't completed testing yet on it, I'm not taking any signals from it right now, but it did. I mean, the signals today have been dead on. Look at this. I still have another week or so of work to do in it before I actually decide what to do with it, whether to implement it or to just have it running in the background or something. It's something I'm just looking at right now for my own research and development in what I'm doing. But there's your signal. If you want to go long on the ES, it's right there. Okay, but again, I would take this with a grain of salt, just simply because I am not testing these, and I'm not encouraging you to take the signal either. Also, by the way, guys, any signals you do take, they're solely done at your own discretion. I'm not a licensed financial advisor. I cannot give you advice. If you blow up your account, that's on you. I am only illustrating how I trade my own account with the tools I've created for the Nasdaq 100. And of course, now the ES right here, which I'm experimenting with. So that's in full disclosure, just get that out of the way. All right, so let's see where we're at right here. Got a conflicting signal with this. But I've got a buy signal right here. And this looks like it might be breaking to the upside. Here we go. We just got out of consolidation. There is your candle right there. And, we got support here with the overnight. So, you know what? I will take a one contract short on this just simply because I do not trust the upside.
Trade.
There we go. I'm long. I'm sorry. Did I say short? I meant long. Sorry, guys. Too much coffee today. So I took a one contract long at, what's my price? 685. And I'm in that position right now. All right? And I'm taking it based off of this signal here with support from the overnight as well. Well, and so with your luck, this thing will probably end up closing far and above 786 today. So let's just keep our fingers crossed and hope it does. That would be a very nice reversal trade to the upside. Just took risks to the upside right now, guys, based off of this signal right here and the fact that this filter actually crosses zero line. This is actually a really good filter. If you haven't yet looked at it through the screenshots I posted on Discord, this is actually one of the best filters. It's within a family of filters that that actually produce very good results right here. So above the zero line, that's a go. You had a crossing right here as well that kind of pinpointed the the very bottom of this. If you notice right here, boom, it just nailed it right there. And then it's just been going sideways, and right here, as soon as it crosses the zero line to the upside, boom, you can go. That's your to go signal right there. All right. So I'll be watching. This strategy for an exit signal. As I look for an exit in a little while. And we got support here too, look, from the overnight. Also, overnight volume was lower than average, average being represented by this horizontal line right there. Very, very, very low overnight volume in the Nasdaq. Same thing as yesterday, right there. This was yesterday's session. We had very low overnight volume as well. Now, if you guys want to learn how to trade using overnight volume, I've got a great video on that on my YouTube channel that you can click, and that'll teach you the understanding of how to use overnight volume in your daily trading activity. What's going on with the range bars here? We'll come back to that by bar change. We've got a long way to go. This goes all the way up here. I'm sure Ansel would love it to hit the 800 mark so he can make a whole bunch of money. Right, Ansel? Yeah, there's a lot of volatility in the market. That's why I'm being very cautious today in what I am doing. Normally I'll take a 2, 3, 4, maybe even a 5 contract full size trade on the upside. Today I took one contract. That's it. One contract of risk to the upside because we are still at very elevated levels. And I said to myself, all right, I'll take risk on one contract and we'll see how it plays out, right? But yeah, I'm being very precautious today in the trades I choose to take. But yeah, we are looking at a market that is extremely volatile today. And we are definitely in a cyclic market right now, guys. Whenever this white line inside right here is within these channels, you are in a cyclic market that's just cycling up and down. And we are completely out of consolidation as well, right there. It's been a tight trade within this boundary right here all morning long. Just chop chop right there. All right, we'll see where this trade goes. And I'm gonna put it right here. Okay. I'll be showing P&L as soon as the trade evolves a little bit, maybe a bar or two later. So I did take that long at 685. We got 1 minute to bar change, about 30 seconds actually. I am long one contract only today to the upside. It's a very choppy day, so I took a long right now to the upside, but only with one contract. All right, I am going to fix this workspace and shoot. Alrighty, there we go, guys. It is moving in the direction I had hoped. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to keep my one contract position intact. I'm not going to add to it or do anything to it. It's just going to, I'm going to let it ride until I actually get the exit signal on this, and it'll ride till wherever I see the signal to exit the trade. Okay. Yeah, well, you do have month-end rebalancing happening right now. The daunting part of all this is you saw people jumping out of risk assets and going into longer-term dated bonds. I mean, try to get your head around that. That makes no sense whatsoever with the pending rate hike that may, that may happen, next month sometime. So it was just a flight to safety, but I think it was stupid. And that's just a sentiment, I guess, within a lot of institutional investors. A flight to safety because Facebook and Spotify missed earnings? Give me a break. That's ridiculous. I just thought it was so dumb when I read the headline. Maybe that fixed it right there. Yeah. Alrighty, guys. I think I may have fixed the settings on that. I was playing around with them, as I mentioned before. So the experimental settings I had on AI Strategy 3 did not work, and so I went ahead and revamped them right now to the correct settings for the trading session we're in now. Shoot. All right, there we go. So I went ahead and fixed the testers that I had and got rid of those bad settings. So here we go, right there. I actually had these settings already written down, and I said, no, let me experiment with these others that I had. I kind of had a little bit of a doubt in my mind, and as you saw, the previous settings were not good. So these settings are actually the correct settings for this, not these. Oh, wow. Okay. Yep, that's why I took. That's why I only took one contract to the upside on this today, because of the increased volatility that we have in the market right now. Just want to limit my risk and my exposure. But right now we're getting that 130 shakeout that happens every single day right here. Now, if you're a discretionary trader, this is where you want to get out right there. Smack smack right there. That's where you want to get out, right there, if you're discretionary. Yeah, the micros aren't bad. Yeah, micros, you know, a small loss in the micro is like $100. It's not bad at all. So we are back in consolidation again, right here. Just went into that zone, and I'm still long one contract on this. Decided to limit my risk to just the one contract only today. And I am long that one contract based off of this signal right here. Okay. I fixed the settings on this guy. Sorry. I was experimenting between this and the other settings on AI Strategy 3. I went ahead and fixed AI Strategy 3 because those experimental settings that I was testing, which were just really volatility-based settings, weren't accurate. So it just proved to be not accurate on AI Strategy 3. And that's exactly what I wanted to see. So I went ahead and reverted to the settings that I originally had, that I was intending to use today. So I put those back, and so now it's, you know, now it's back where it should be, right there. But here's where we're at right now, okay? A lot of pressure to the downside still. Micros are actually a great way to get exposure to the Nasdaq 100. Margin rates are really low on the micro Nasdaq, especially if you trade on NinjaTrader. If I'm not mistaken, the micro margin for intraday trading on NinjaTrader is only $100. So you can back up the truck and load up on contracts if your margin is only $100, versus if you're trading the regular front month contract like I am, your margin is $1,000, and that's on NinjaTrader. Now, if you come to TradeStation, your margins are completely crazy. They're like $4,400 if you want to trade intraday on the Nasdaq, and about $3,100 on the ES. And TradeStation is notorious as well for changing margin rates without telling you, especially when volatility kicks up. So there's my little primer on what I think of margin rates. But they're fabulous over at NinjaTrader for trading the micros. They're terrific. So you're hoping it's going to come all the way down right here. Pow. Yeah, we're in consolidation again. I'll just leave this here for you guys to watch. And it may. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that it isn't, because we saw that the last few days, didn't we? We saw this smack up at least 3 or 4 times before it took off in the direction it wanted to go, you know. And I saw my P&L go from like $2,000 to $400, back up to $2,000, back up to $400, just up and down like that. So very likely it could happen. If you're trading discretionarily, this is what you want to look at right here. This has been really super accurate at getting you out right at the turning points right there. Smack. This just got you out right here too. Look, smack right there at the top. Right there. So, I'll just leave this here for you guys to watch. Guys, if you're just tuning in and you missed the daily chart, I post this every day on Discord, and it's an important chart that sometimes gets overlooked by traders. But I mentioned in the live feed yesterday that should this filter cross below the zero line, the market would sell off. And said and done. It crossed below the zero line and the market sold off. Now, I knew that was going to happen because the last episode of this happening was right here. The filter had kinked to the downside, and we were right at the very high of that trade back on December 27th. And as soon as it crossed the zero line, it sold off and it started going sideways. Same thing could happen now if this Facebook thing turns out to be a knee-jerk reaction to the company's earnings. So it could potentially go sideways, or it can come down and retest that 410 level support right there. So I put this up on the Discord every day so you guys can analyze and watch it because it is an important chart to kind of pinpoint where we're at in the cycle of the Nasdaq. So keep an eye out for it. That's all. Okay, guys, we've been through this together for the last several days already, where we see the market just, trending sideways like this, little pops, then it comes back down and it continues trending sideways. If you remember, and if you don't, I'll show you. This was yesterday's trading right here. All right. This bad boy went sideways from 1:15 in the afternoon all the way till 4 o'clock. All right. Now, yes, you did have that little pop right there to the upside, but what happened right there? That was just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars right there. Then it went sideways again. Look at that. All afternoon. I think I have another episode here. No, right here. Yeah. Another sideways trading day right here. Look at that. So this has been a common theme in the afternoon. This one here didn't end till 3 p.m. It's been a common theme that the market just goes sideways for a while before it decides what to do. And that's where we're at right now. And until we get out of this consolidation zone right here, then we'll know exactly which way the market's going to go. Now, for you guys who are new, this consolidation study was born out of a lot of frustration, and I created the study, this paint bar study right here, exclusively for my own personal use. So this is something you're not going to see anywhere else online. You're not going to see it. It's not for sale. It's not available. It's only here. And it's dead accurate as far as keeping you out of these really bad trades. Alrighty, guys. Alrighty, so, geez, this is like watching paint dry. Still lots of pressure to the downside on this. So I only took a 1 contract short. And we get bar change coming up soon at 2 p.m. as well. Now I'll just leave it here before we get to bar change. Yeah, you're probably waiting for this to kind of roll down and hit this right there. And like I said, it very well may. Boom, boom. It's trading in that in that tight pattern range. Now we've seen this happen all this week, so it doesn't surprise me. Well, thank you, Vitamin A. Appreciate it. Glad you are part of the group. Thank you. Appreciate that. I know you guys have a lot of options when it comes to who you want to watch and who you want to pay to watch trade live. So, appreciate that very much. All right, here we go again. It's going to be another slow moving trade. And here we go. Three more minutes for bar change. All right, we have 2 more minutes and then we get bar change. All right, I'm going to flip it over, guys, to the right here to this screen, and we'll see if we get any. We're not. I'll tell you right now, we're not going to get any signals here at all. So no signals here at all are going to come. I am interested to see if we're going to get any signals here or here, right here, here, and wow, look at this. Talk about cyclic, huh? Really tight. All right, here we go. Yep. Caught the buy signal right here. This has been a really good strategy today, right there. So buy signal is going to come on the next bar right here on this one as soon as it crosses above that cayenne line right there. So right there, crosses up, you get a buy signal to the upside right there. And yeah, you got the buy signal there. And again, these are very, very tight cycle indicators right here. I mean, strategies right here, guys. So each one of these is programmed a little different than the other.
Guys, here I don't have any signals. Everything is still looking the same. Okay, I'll let you know with more updates.
Right. That's Marcy on the options desk, and nothing here. And nothing here. Alrighty. So, since we are still in consolidation, I am going to go ahead and take it back to the 5-minute and just leave it here until we're out of that zone. I'm starting to see a lot of pressure to the downside, guys, come in. Interesting to peek where the 1 minute is. Wow, it's been going sideways forever. Look at that. Consolidation, guys, your favorite zone right here. We're at the 50% mark in the consolidation zone. I am finally in the green, but by, you know, by like $100 on this trade. It's just been bouncing up and down between 0 and whatever. So, where am I at? Where was I at? Oh, we're here. Yeah. We are still in consolidation. I don't have to tell you that. You guys can see the white bars. Just gotta have patience, guys, right now. This is that time of day right now where people start getting real angsty and lose money. I'll tell you what I'm going to be doing after the session today. I thought about it and I said, you know, this might be a good idea. I'll be doing a quick 5-minute review. Actually, it's going to be less than 5 minutes. It may just be a couple minutes review of the trading day involving all the little moving parts that we talk about, right? And it'll just be the recap of the day. And I'll be posting that on YouTube in case, you know, a lot of people just don't have time to sit there and watch a 3-hour, you know, live stream to capture everything that happened during the day. So I think a nice condensed version of what happened in the day, 1 or 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes long, would benefit the subscribers on the YouTube channel, because that's something that they can quickly just watch. If they missed the trading day, they can come back and watch the recap and get a condensed version of all the action. So I'm going to start doing that after the market today. And since it only takes a couple minutes, it's not a real big deal to do. So look out for that on the YouTube channel. I'll be recapping all the things we talked about, everything, all the highlights. you would think that at some point these hedge funds would need to start covering their positions as we head into the close. All right, we got 5 minutes for bar change. And we are right smack at the 50% consolidation mark right now. You can't see that, but I could see it on the chart right above me. Yeah, wow. Nothing but sideways trading. Okay. All right, we got 2 minutes. Wow, above 90. Yeah, Chevron's chairman and CEO came out on Bloomberg. I think it must have been last week on Thursday, and he said he foresaw $100 a barrel within the next few months. So if we're at 90 already, then I mean, he's got great information on the oil markets too. So I wouldn't be surprised if it hits 100 in the coming weeks or months. All right, guys, so we got 30 seconds to go, and I am going to switch it over here because I want to see if we get any exit signals right here. We're not going to get any signals here. So you're not going to get signals until the yellow trace crosses below the 0 line plus 1 bar. So that's going to be where it is until it stops me out wherever the stop is there. So, okay, we just got a bar change. And we have no signal whatsoever right here. And on the overnight, we have no signal here. I know we have no signal on these experimentals. What's going on with the with the buy right here on the ES? and I'm looking at this only for kicks and grins. It's holding. There it is, right there. Okay, no signals whatsoever. This is going to give you a buy signal on the next bar. It already crossed the blue line here. So whenever it crosses, you're going to get a buy signal to the upside on that soon. And this short cyclic trade is going to be over when this crosses the zero line as well. So you got a buy signal there. All right, that's where we're at. And we are still in consolidation, so I'll just go ahead and switch it back until we actually get out of this zone. All right. Today is really a replay of yesterday. That's what we're seeing right now. A complete replay of yesterday's afternoon session where the market went sideways till, well, for a while. If you guys don't remember, here is the picture right here. Hang on, let me just go back. Right there. If you don't remember yesterday afternoon, when we were sitting here looking at this is yesterday afternoon. I posted this on the Discord channel. Chop, 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 all the way till about 14:30, and then it finally popped to the upside, went up a few bars, and then it went sideways again all the way till the close and right before the announcement with Facebook. All right, so 14:30, actually 14:35. That's when it actually bounced up yesterday, but it came down and then it came back up first. So something to keep an eye for today. All right. As I said earlier, guys, at some point these short funds have to cover their short positions that they took on Facebook since the earnings call yesterday afternoon. So that might inspire a short covering rally later in the day today. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Well, if Amazon reports after the bell, yes, there are going to be concerns about that because Amazon reported really bad earnings that were below consensus in the fourth quarter. No, did I read that right? I think it was. Yeah, I think that's right. I think they're expecting Amazon to miss. Which is another reason why I don't trade after 3:30 in the afternoon. Alright guys, consolidation's like watching paint dry. Just moving sideways. Okay guys, we're still in consolidation. We have not gotten out of this turbulent zone since right here. It's been going up, down, sideways. All right, so we are there. If you've ever ridden in a plane and experienced turbulence, this is exactly what it feels like if you're in this type of trade. Got 4 minutes for bar change. Jeez. Could this be the 230 shakeout before it rolls up? Same thing as happened yesterday right here, remember? Right here on this bar. Came down and then it went up. Let's see if that happens today. I'm very curious to know if that's going to repeat itself. All right, 30 seconds, and we are at a consolidation zone right now to the downside, and I need to see whether this is going to take us out or what's going to happen. Nothing is going to happen right here. Nothing at all. But here, I am interested in seeing what that's going to do and what the overnight's going to do as well. Got you out on a signal. So that was a loser right there. Overnight right there, that's probably going to be a bust. And that just gave you a long signal right there. And this obviously is still going down to the short. I'm out of this trade, guys. It's about a $1,200 loser to the downside. On this right there. So that's my P&L on that long trade, and I'm out completely. See you later. Shit, film. And I do not mind taking a short position on this, so I will take a short.
Trade.
Done. Very nice signal right here to the downside. Caught it nicely. So this did not produce a good signal. It was a loser. Boom, right there. And the overnight is probably going to be a loser as well. And so may these. Interesting. Really, really, really interesting. I took a short. I took a 2-contract short on this right now. So I am short 2 contracts on this right now. There you go. Right there. That's the position I just took right now. I'll be right back, guys. Yeah, if it hit that down target of 550, I'd be very, very happy. That would be fantastic. Yeah, let's see here. We first have to break through that 410 support level right there. And even that is a very nice drop of over 200 points to the downside, should that happen. All right, we're completely out of consolidation zone. Let's see here. Here we go, right here. So for John M, who wanted a retrace, there you go, right there. Came right back down. This has happened time and again, every afternoon, and it bounces up, and who knows. So there's your retrace right there that you wanted back to the downside. It's for John M. And there we go. This caught the short right here. Ouch. Let me fix this. Scaling's all messed up on this. Right there. It's caught the downside right there. This caught it perfectly right on time when it started. Got some bad signals here. And there we go. To the downside. And on AI strategy 3, caught the downside right here. This was a bad trade, this last one. But it did capture the downside nicely right there. Nice, nice. Yep, you got another shot at that. That's right. Really, really nice. That entry that I just took is doing okay right now. I am up about $400 or $500. It's all right. It's okay. And we'll see where this goes right now. Wow, done. Yep, no more upside. Okay. So we can strap on our seatbelts and just let this thing go down. If you guys want to see the 5-minute, there it is. All right, this trade's going. All right, not bad. P&L check right now. On that, I basically just recovered whatever I lost on that last trade, and a little bit right there. So not bad. So I'm back in the green again on that, and there we go, guys. All right, so here's something you're not going to see anywhere else as well. I'll just plot this here real quick for you guys to see. This is one of the things I have right up above me that you cannot see because it's on a different screen. So this here is something that I have on subgraph to detect any directional activity by algorithms in the market. And what it does, it basically filters out a lot of the stuff that is noise, and it plots when there are sizable trades that actually may move the market, right, in one direction or another. So right here you have continuation of all the selling all through this area right here up until there. And continuation of the algorithmic activity kind of ends right there, and then right here it picks up again, boom, right there. It starts picking up, and it's real continuation. All of this is noise. Whenever you see green mixed with yellow and these colors, that's just a bunch of noise. And right here, as the orange turns red, the selling starts accelerating in the market. And so when I see this, I know that the selling pressure to the downside is strong. You see something like this, it's not a signal to take along. Okay, it's just straight downside right there. So I just wanted to kind of give you a peek of some of the other things I'm looking at that are right above me in the chart. Kind of like eye view. So all right. And let's go back to where we're at on that trade. All right, it's going down. And P&L is actually doing quite nice right now. Hang on, let me grab a copy of that there because I copied that other thing. All right, there we go. That 2-contract trade is now up to about $2,300. So I made back my initial loss right now in that last trade that went bust, and made some back on top of that. So I'm just going to let this trade ride until I get the signal. Then I'll go ahead and take an exit. But there is a lot, as I pointed out here, a lot of selling pressure right now to the downside. Right there. All right, hope that helps, or at least helps make sense of what I'm looking at. All right, where am I at? Right here, and I'll take P&L out so we can actually look at the screen. And yeah, she's dropping. Yep. This stopped out the trade right here. The Algo did hit the stop, hasta la vista with these, but this trade right here is actually working out really, really good so far. And of course, you've got the oops, hold on. You've got this one here as well. That's about to fizzle out to the downside, right here. You got a short signal here, short signal right there, and that's where you're at, guys, right now. And I'll see what happens with this. This will probably end up being a bad trade too. It's not 100%, but it's pretty darn close. I think about what, 80%, 75% today. Geez. All right, don't know what happened to that performance report. You gotta look TradeStation, right? There we go. So this strategy right here has taken 6 trades today, and it's been about 83% accurate in the trades it's taken. And right now you've got one open trade that's down about $1,600, which is this one right here. All right. If you guys want to see more detail on that, let me know. I'd be more than happy to post it on the Discord group. Alrighty guys, so we're right here on this trade to the downside. Wow, this thing just sold off over 500 points. Yep, and we still have more downside to go right there on this. Actually, let me look at this here. I'm just going to scroll this bad boy down. All right, cool. Hey, Gawadi, welcome to the group. As far as brokers go, depending on what you're looking to accomplish, I don't really know what the rules are if you're trading from another country and trying to use a brokerage firm, but you may want to look into either Ninja Trader, who's got very good margin rates, or what do you call it? What's the other one I use right here? TradeStation. And so, depending on what it is you're looking to do, if you're looking to get great trade execution with low cost, low latency, and good margin rates, then Ninja Trader might be a good platform. A lot of people seem to like it. I use them a lot for trade execution, but I use TradeStation for charting purposes and running the algorithms I do and a few other things. So it really depends on what you're looking for, but try Ninja Trader. And we're going to get bar change right now pretty soon on this. I am short 2 contracts right now on this thing. The Nasdaq 100. And there's my P&L. I don't think anyone cares to watch that, but it is what it is right now. And I just recovered from that other trade I took right now previous to this, and that was a loser. And that took me out, a little bit over $1,000. So I recovered and some right here. And I took the signal when I got it right here. I jumped on that. And I am watching this above me for any hints of any incoming algorithmic activity or continuation of the selling. Wow, this was actually a fantastic short today. Very cyclic strategy right here. That's the way it was designed, to be cyclic and capture short-term movements in the market, even as short as this right here, and then boom, caught the downside real nice. I've already had a very, goodness gracious, very long day today in this market. So anything I make this afternoon is going to be gravy from the morning session. All right, guys, 2 more minutes. Excuse me. All right, here we go. Almost, guys. Almost. Alrighty. Got a little bit of algo activity right here to the upside. But this is noise right there. Any action here? Not yet. Next bar will give us the closing of this trade to the downside. Stopped out on a bad signal right there. Take a peek at the overnight. Actually, let me look at the 5-minute. Look at that. Boom. Got the little bounce, right? Right there. Yeah, you are going to have some upside deviation until you get crossings with these right here. A little bit. And then, sorry. Here. Yeah, this is going to end up being a bad trade as well. Bad signal. So, we are back here where we want to be. Now, I wouldn't count on that being enough. That's just a, small little reversal, small pullback. Whenever the market starts going down, like this, it's got to stop. It's going to breathe. And when it breathes, it's going to pull back a little bit and then come back down. But that's not an indication that it's going to continue to rally all the way up. Unless there's news hitting the headlines or something else that would move the stock, short covering from funds or something that would move it. Yeah, but according to this, it's noise. Right there. Yeah, that's the thing right there with that 14.4 level. It's right there. Look, right at that 14.10 line. So that's what I am. My thesis is one of two things is gonna happen. All right, it's either gonna hit the 14.10 level and bounce to the upside, or it's gonna hit the 14.10 level and probably either go sideways for a few bars, and then continue its way up, or it's going to go below the 1410 level and go back into this the zone right here between 706 and 1410, stay there a couple of days, then come back up. So one of those three things could eventually happen with this. But as long as this filter is below the zero line right here, you're going to have downside pressure or sideways pressure on the Nasdaq. And, hang on. Send this email. Okay. And here we are. Just kind of going sideways right now. And here's the algo activity right here on this. You're seeing it right there. Very little. It's just noisy. Whenever it's yellow, that's just a bunch of noise right there. It's just like you had right here. Bunch of noise in the market. Noise, noise, noise. Yeah. We are down 3.5%, guys, on the Nasdaq. That is a lot. A lot for one day. Amazon earnings come after the bell as well today, so I would not want to hold this till after 4 p.m. No way, Jose. All right, I'm still short the two contracts, and I'm just like everyone else, just waiting to see what's going to happen.
I checked several times here. We don't have any movements. The market is very slow. Options today here, so nothing's moving. That's why you have to be very patient and wait. I let you guys know, okay, if anything changes.
Got 5 more minutes. Just a bunch of sideways trading right now, guys, but there is no, we are not in consolidation yet. We're down here. Just bouncing around right there, and that's it. And you can see the algo movement right here. All this, just noise. Okay, 2 more minutes. Yep, that's right. We just went into consolidation mode right now. Just went into that little consolidation zone right there, and there we go. Little retracement right there. Anything here? Yeah, we just got the signal right there to the downside. I'm actually up. I'm doing okay on this trade, not bad. Couple hundred $200 on this. What happened to my trade? Just blew up for some reason. All right, so I'm going to take risk off, guys, just simply because I want to recover what I got earlier, and it's already 3:15 in the afternoon. So I will buy these back, and for right now, at least. Come on, fill me.
Trade.
All right, there. I took that off, guys. It's 3:15 in the afternoon. I've had a wild day already since this morning. It's got a signal on this to go to the upside, and this has been very accurate today. Every single trade on this has been accurate. This has taken a total of 5 trades, 100%, over $8,000 in profits just off this one strategy alone. So I'm going to respect it and go along with that. And it's 3:16 in the afternoon. See what's happening here. You're getting a little bit more green. Whenever you get a little bit more green right there, that means that the quality of the signal is improving as far as the activity that it's tracking right there. So tempting to take a long position, but I'm not, just simply because if I'm wrong, I don't have time to recover today. And I typically end at 3:30, and I just will not have time to recover if my trade here doesn't go the way it's panning out to be. And I think it will. I mean, it's been right 100%. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades today. And you're seeing more quality buying activity coming right here too. So might end up being a short covering rally. Yeah, let me see where we're at in the 5. Yeah, still have a little bit ways to go right there. But I'll leave this here for you guys who want to watch it. We're also in consolidation zone. That's really the underlying hesitation right there, beyond the fact that I've only got 15 minutes in the session left. Look. Right there. All right. We're at the 50% mark in the consolidation zone right there. Does not make me feel too good. My comfort level's not there with this, and the fact that I'll be done in 10 minutes time. I don't trade after 3:30. That's just my rule, and that's just me personally, guys. I mean, you guys can trade till 4:15 if you want, but not for my risk profile. I've already had a really good morning today with the trades I took right here on this one. So I had 2 really good trades in the morning. This one was an excellent trade in the morning right there. Got busted out on this one right here in the afternoon. And then made some on the downside a little while ago. So that's that. And we are still in consolidation zone right now. It's trying to break out of consolidation zone, but we are getting more of a quality signal right here. If you notice, I don't know if you guys can see this. On your screen, but we're getting more of a quality signal down here at screen. All right, so I'm going to leave this here for you guys to see. Actually, it's this one. I'm going to leave that there for you guys to see. All right. It's pushing up nicely. That's right, man. You know, there's a lot of guys who love taking every signal, every trade, every opportunity. It's called FOMO. And for you guys who don't know what FOMO is, that's called fear of missing out. Missing out on every trade and every opportunity to try to get every last dollar out of the market. And I know a lot of guys who use that approach, and every single one of them has had problems blowing up their account. Because you can't chase after every single trade, guys. You know, there's trades you want to go for. There's trades you just step aside, you let it play out, and you're like, cool. If you were wrong about not taking a trade, it's no harm, no foul, you know? There's always the next opportunity. And cyclic days like this are really tricky to trade. That's the whole idea behind this algorithm right here that has pinpointed every entry and exit with precision right here. Look at that. You're watching it live, all right? But that doesn't mean that, you know, I may not want to take, let's say, this trade right here that just went sideways, you know, between 12:30 and 1:45 in the afternoon. You know, it doesn't mean you take every single trade that the algo gives you. And you know, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where is it at? 6, 7, 8 algorithms on this chart, which, by the way, will be consolidated soon in the next coming week or two to just a handful of the ones that I think have performed the most robust in the last couple of months. So anyway, sometimes, guys, you just, you know, I've had a good morning already, and I prefer to just step aside, especially with the fact that it's going to be 3:30. And based on my risk profile, I don't like trading after 3:30. That's just me. But for you guys who took this trade and are making money, hey, more power to you. That's the whole reason why I'm showcasing this. I want you guys to make money. I want you guys to be successful. It's the whole reason I came online. Just interested to see where this 5-minute is at right now. Right here. Interesting. All right, I'm just going to leave it here so you guys can watch that. It's been a fantastic day so far. I hope you guys are also in the green and have done very good for yourself, both in the AM and PM session. You guys can watch out for the screenshots. I'll be posting these shortly after the market closes on Discord, so you guys can analyze these, review them, see how they compare to your own systems, and hopefully these will be sort of like templates to help you tweak and improve your own systems and what you're currently doing in trading the Nasdaq. If you guys have questions on system building or anything like that, feel free to, ask him on Discord. I'd be more than happy to talk to you about that. I've been doing this for a very long time, so I can kind of give you some color if you guys have any questions or doubts or how to get started. So I'm just curious to get a consensus from you guys since you're watching this live. What do you guys think will happen between now and the cash market closed? Do you foresee a rally to the upside, maybe a short covering rally? Or do you think you'll see more downside between now and 4 p.m.? Please share your thoughts in the comments. Can you get me some water, if you don't mind?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. Or downside, okay. Well, lo and behold, we are in chop zone again. It's laughable. We've been in chop zone in and out all day today. It's been nuts since here all the way to here. Look at that. In fact, I'll just highlight it since I'm going to take a screenshot of this and stick it on the Discord group. There we go. All chop zone today. Yeah, definitely looks weak. Absolutely looks weak. Back in chop zone. See, we got a little bit right here of a move to the upside. Now it's turning red again because we've got continuation to the downside right there. So the continuation just flooded out anything that was coming in right there.
I'm gonna close here. I have to announce.
Okay, 3:30 guys. I got a buy signal on this strategy right here. So that short signal right here just closed out right there. Look. Boom, right there. All right. Closed out right there. And what do we have? This buy signal right here. Told you. Got a little bit weak right there. There you go, right there. It may smack that line again. And since we're in consolidation, I'll go ahead and leave that there for you guys to see.
So guys, that was the day.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of the day. Wow, look at this. This pinpoint at the top right there. Zero lag, smack, right there at the top. Look at that. Perfect, 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 perfect. Caught the little reversal. I'm telling you, you can print money with this, being a discretionary trader all day long right here with this. And so, yeah, that's where we are at right now. Today, guys, right now. Weakness. One of you guys called it weakness right there. It is getting weak to the downside, and this is probably going to go. That's it for me, guys. I've had a long day already, a very good day so far. Afternoon session was kind of lackluster. I was expecting a little bit more movement today. More movement actually to the downside. I was actually hoping to see this hit 410. You know, maybe with Amazon earnings coming out, it may tank, right? Until tomorrow, I'll post all these screenshots on the Discord group. You guys have been fantastic again. We'll see each other again tomorrow at 12:30 for another fantastic day where we trade the Nasdaq 100 futures live again. Thank you again, guys. Have a fantastic afternoon.